Hello everybody and welcome to the Sim Racing Time Machine. My name is Robin and usually I do recreate historic racing seasons in Automobilista 2 on this channel. Now I say usually because today's video is going to be a very different one. As some of you might be aware, I have been a commentator for a sim racing league called the World Monoposto Sim Racing Championship, or WMSC in short, which is like a racing league that uses Formula 1-ish type of cars, and the special thing about WMSC is that all of these cars have different performance specs. Teams can upgrade them, so it does actually make a difference for which teams you drive, and it's not just the livery that is different. Now, if you're interested in the concept of this series in general, I did a video, or two videos in fact, with my former commentating colleague of the WMSC, the Outside Line, also known as Ash. And the two of us tested the different cars 2 years back and showed how they actually do differ and presented the series as a whole on our two channels. So I will link them down in the description or now in the info card. Today we're going to stay a bit more superficial, as you will have probably be able to tell by reading the video title, because today I am going to rank the liveries, the new liveries for the new cars that we will be getting in the 2026 season, which starts 1st of March 2026, and I will be on comms once again. So if you haven't seen enough by me on this channel alone, yeah, you can also listen to me in the World Monoposto Sim Racing Championship live streams. So, and then here we are. This is the tier list, created actually by Misha Smith, who is a driver of the WMSC and created some of those liveries together with Danilo Vaz, who is a team boss and team owner of two teams. And yeah, this video was actually Misha's idea. He asked me that if I could give my opinion on the liveries, and then had the idea that I should actually do this as a video, and yeah, great idea, so I love that. So this is done pretty spontaneously and pretty much on the fly, so at the moment I'm just rambling on, as I should probably get into the rating. I will do this the reverse order as they finished last year in the Constructors' Championship. So we will start with Dano Design Racing. Danilo Vaz is actually a team owner of this team, and they are a new entry for this season. They actually take over the Bravo Snow Shattered entry, which is not disappearing, just moved to a different team, which has something to do with the budget and resource allocation. Bravo Snow Shattered came in last year as a new team. They finished last, only scoring 2 points. Yeah, but as they were a very new entry back then, yeah, they also had to deal with much less resources and yeah, couldn't develop the car to the level that they wanted to. So yeah, Dano Design is now taking over that 12th spot on the grid. And here is actually one specialty already about the livery, because this one is actually the livery that they are going to run for the first race of the season in Melbourne. And they will have a new one featuring a different anime character for every other race. So yeah, this is going to be very, very interesting. Now this one with the grey, white and orange focus, I do like. It's pretty basic, I think. No special effects, no glossiness, just some basic decent livery. Yeah, nice color combination. Not too much into anime myself personally, so yeah, just not my cup of tea, this one. But I think I'm gonna start off here by putting this one in the good category, because I really like the grey, orange and white. This works together really, really well. Now the next team that we have is Apex Motorsport, and this is the rebranded Magna Motorsports team, who finished second to last with 3 points last season. And this team features a pinkish shade of red combined with a lot of white on the car and some bits of black. and there are some small details also on the right with some grayscaling, some shapes there. It looks nice if you're very close to it. From afar, I think it looks a bit like, well, how do I say this? Like a knockoff version of the Toyota livery in Formula 1 that they ran in the 2000s. So yeah, I'm not liking that one too much. It's definitely not for the shitbox category. I think the livery still looks okay, but yeah, I think it looks a bit forgettable, maybe, is the word that I'm searching for. So I'm putting it into meh. And now the third team that we're going to talk about is Bravo Snowschatten, and this is where it gets confusing. They finished last year in the Constructors' Championship, but Danilo Vaz also took over Infernal Void, which was run together the last seasons by Paul Müller, who retired from managing the teams and put his two teams for sale, and Infernal Void was one of them. So Bravo Snowschatten is now taking over that entry that has been in WMSC from the get-go in 2023, and that means that they can also use their resources and budgets they got out of last year. So this is why the Bravo Snowschatten team of old is now Dano Design Racing, and Bravo Snowschatten is now entering anew as the rebranded Infernal Void Racing team. Now, this is the first blue livery that we're gonna see, and there will be 3 of them that are predominantly blue. And out of all of these 3, this one, in my opinion, is the weakest. It is, yeah, it's very basic. You can't go wrong with blue and black, definitely. But as well as the Apex Motorsports livery, I just think this one is a bit more forgettable. I'm also putting this one into the meh category, but I want to put it ahead of the Apex, I think, just because I like the shade of blue better. Yeah, I think this is where I put it. As the next one is actually the second blue livery, though it's not predominantly blue. Blue is just the accent color here. And this one, I can't really explain it. To me, this one works amazingly, despite there being so many different colors together on that car. We have that white, which is, well, white, I guess, and then 2 different shades of blue, which work together really, really well. Even the red of the sponsor on the side pod doesn't look too distracting, and then the Italian flag is also worked into this one, so we have 3, 4, 5 different colors which all work together in harmony somehow, and this I do really like. It's still not the best livery with blue on the grid, but this is the first one that goes into the awesome category for me. I really do like this, and this red on the side pod, I can't explain it, it just works very well and puts another accent on that car that I really do love. So the next team that we are going to talk about is Snapline Performance, and this is also a new team. This is the rebranded Velocita Virtuali, and Velocita Virtuali, they were on the very bottom of the Constructors' Championship for the most part of the 2025 season, until the returning champ, who said he was going to take a break for 2025, returned late season, the 2-time champion Yannis Wolborn, and he raced for Velocita, and yeah, it's got a lot of points for them, which actually took them up to 8th in the championship by the end, which, yeah, is pretty much all he's doing. And yeah, that team is now called Snapline Performance, and this livery is it's striking. It's definitely striking. Their logo is a crocodile, and I think it fits that vibe really well. Just for me personally, there is a bit too much going on in this livery. There are lots of different logos. There are these shades of metallic green, which I do actually like a lot. But then there's also white mixed into there with some red and black logos. And I think this... I think what Misha was trying to do with this livery was going for that Jaguar HSBC kind of look. But it's just a bit off. The white bits here and the black and red bits, for me personally, do not work too well together with this metallic green that is on the rest of the car. It's still a very good livery. I think my issue with this one is that it could be in the absolute top tier here, but it just quite misses out of being awesome by these, by being too busy for me putting it there. But I'm still going to put it into good. I'm not sure. It's either very high good or low awesome. I think I'm gonna put it to good for now, and let's see what will come. Well, the next livery that we are going to talk about is Lucky Hamish Racing, and they were a bit of an enigma last year. They came in first race in Melbourne. They only had one driver. They didn't even have a livery. They came with a grey car with just a number on it, and that was it. Then later, I think they were just reusing a recolored Better Julia livery from one of the seasons before. But actually, they were doing quite well in last year's WMSC season. And this year, they've gone exactly the opposite. Where they didn't have a livery for Melbourne last year, they have an absolute banger this year. Because look at this. This is peak Williams BMW, maybe even I think it's a combination between Williams BMW of the 2000s and the Rothmans Williams livery of the late 90s, and I absolutely do love it. This is the best blue livery on the grid, and I think, there's not much more to say. Just put it into best, because I don't think this is getting beaten. Or is it? Well, and the next livery that we're going to talk about is Better Julia. They have always been a midfield running team since the start of WMSC, and they're still around here in the midfield, and I think this is the expectation that everyone has for them for this year as well. Their car, again, features a lot of green and a lot of white, but I think the white and green doesn't work as well together as the blue and white do in the case of Lucky Hamish and Potenza. Here, it's actually hard to tell because the renders, the lighting is a bit tricky and darkish and highlighting only some parts of the car. It's actually hard to tell without seeing it on track. From what I see here, I think I'm going to put this into good, but it could swing either ways. It could be a bit boring and go down into meh once I actually do see it on track, or it could actually be promoted to the awesome tier. For now, I'm gonna put it here. Because I think this is where it belongs. As I said, a bit tricky with the lighting of the renders to properly tell how it looks. And the next one is United Racing Club. Now, they have beaten all the expectations we had last year. They were new in WMSC in 2025, and we expected them to run in the lower midfield to end of the grid maybe. They were actually right with the midfield, and had some great results over the course of last year. They had a rebranding late in 2025, and where also their car design got changed, and now it's a simple transition from black to red. And actually, it may be quite simple, but I think it looks very sleek. I'm gonna put this into awesome, actually. So we're now going to see the 4 last liveries for today, and they are going to be for the top teams, which we do expect to run at the top this year as well. The first one is HRT. They started 2025 pretty low. They had an all-new driver lineup. Two-time champion Yannis Woolborn left them before they were the absolute dominators of WMSC. They won both Drivers' Championship and Constructors' Championship in 2023 and 2024. Then things were all changed, but by the end of the season, they were right with the music once again. And for this year, the two-time champion Yannis Woolborn returns home and will fight for glory once again with his team. And honestly, what better car to do this with than this one? This looks aggressive. This looks like a title-challenging car. Again, just 3 colors actually, now looking at it. A very dark shade of blue, pretty much black, but at least in this render it looks bluish, then chrome on the airbox, and orange for, well, Holland Racing Team, obviously. And yeah, this is striking and something very different from what they had the last years. This one, together with the Potenza, is the best livery in WMSC 2026 for me. And then we have a new one, and thank you Misha and Danilo for finally doing this. SCMM, they were a red car, Cesario were a red car, they were both front-running teams. SCMM finally is not red anymore, which is great for me as a commentator, because constantly Ash and me were confusing Cesarios and SCMMs, especially from far distance, because they were both red and yeah, front-running teams. Now the SCMM is yellow, and what a striking livery this is once again, and you can tell this one definitely was inspired by the Jordan livery of 1998 it was, I think, when they had the black nose cone and the rest, the yellow that the Jordan team was famous for through its entirety in the 2000s. Yeah, I just love it. I just love yellow cars in general and yellow liveries. So again, I'm putting this one into best, though for me it is below the Potenza and, the Lucky Hamish and the HLT, but still, it does belong there. So and now, we have only 2 teams left. Cesario, look at this. This definitely is inspired by this year's Ferrari, actually, which was inspired by the Ferraris of the 70s. And I think with this shape of car as well, the new aerodynamic concept of WMSC, this one works really, really well. And yeah, I think, again, it's quite simple. It's red and white, but you can't really go wrong on a race car with this kind of colors, right? So I'm going to put this one into... Actually, now I'm realizing something. I'm gonna put this into good, because it just is good. It's nothing too special, but it's good. And I will put the snapline into the awesome tier, because the more I look at it, the more I do like it, because that metallic shade of green is just... it looks beautiful. So I'm gonna put this one down. So, last but not least, the reigning champions, Pascal Polens and Vanguard Engineering, they will be fielding the number 1 car, and I did love their livery last year. This year, I must say, it's a bit, I mean, yeah, I understand. This is the classic Team Lotus vibe that they were going with. Very simplistic, not a lot of logos, not a lot of color actually as well. Black, golden elements, and a bit of red. However, I think the bit of red is actually killing this one for me. I would love the simplistic looks, maybe. I could get used to them. It does look a bit empty, especially for these kinds of cars and this generation of cars, where you're so used to logos that when they go missing, the car looks pretty empty. But I think what's making it worse for me is the red on the side of the rear wing and on top of the airbox. Yeah, this doesn't look like the all-dominant 70s Team Lotus, but rather than the Team Lotus Renault that almost got bankrupt in 2013 because Kimi Räikkönen was costing him too much money. So yeah, I think I really feel bad for putting a classic Team Lotus inspired livery down there, but I think I'm gonna put this on the bottom of meh, just because, yeah, this, compared to the others, this looks a bit bland almost, I would say. So, I think here we are. This is my final rating of the WMSC liveries for 2026. Actually, I will leave a link to this tier maker list for you down below in the description, so you can figure it out as well. I will also link the iBuzz YouTube channel where you can all watch the replays of all of last year's and the previous year's races down there. And yeah, I'm already looking forward to the 1st of March when the new season with these cars will go underway. So, see you all there. Leave a like if you did enjoy this video and subscribe to both my channel and the iBuzz channel to not miss anything WMSC related. So, see you all then. Until then, goodbye.